The transport ship Aurora Drift moved through the quiet blue stretch of the Meridian Expanse at a steady pace. Inside its narrow metal corridors walked a young human technician named Leo. He was not a soldier or a scientist or anyone important in diplomatic records. He was simply part of the maintenance team assigned to keep the ship running as it escorted a visiting delegation from the distant world of Rillen. That delegation included their royal envoy, Princess Lyra, a tall and graceful figure whose calm voice echoed softly whenever she spoke during formal briefings. During the previous days, Leo had mostly stayed busy with cables, scanners, vents, and malfunctioning panels, barely noticing anything about the guests, except that they moved with strange fluidity as if gravity touched them differently. The Rillen people were tall, had smooth violet skin, and possessed an elegant ridge of natural armor that curved slightly around their upper torsos. According to the cultural handbook, those ridges were considered symbols of maturity and strength within their society. Leo had read that part only once, half asleep, and now regretted it. The morning that changed everything began in his small observation lounge where light from a nearby star filtered through the long window panels. Leo had arrived to repair a malfunctioning projector embedded in the wall. He knelt with a toolbox open beside him as sparks flickered from the faulty module. He had almost finished tightening a loose coil when he sensed someone step into the room. He turned and saw her. Princess Lyra entered with 2 Rillen guards, who immediately bowed and remained by the doorway. She stepped forward with quiet curiosity, studying the stars outside. Leo stood, wiped his hands on his uniform, and bowed awkwardly. She acknowledged him with a calm nod. "Are you responsible for maintaining this room?" she asked. Her voice vibrated lightly, carrying a faint tone that always reminded Leo of wind across a still pond. He nodded double quotes, "Yes, Princess. I am just finishing the repairs." She approached the malfunctioning projector, leaning slightly near him. The ridge armor on her upper torso shifted as she moved. Leo's mind raced as he tried to remember an appropriate greeting phrase from their culture. Something respectful, something polite, something that acknowledged the honor of her presence. The problem was that the Rillen language used very similar words for compliments about appearance and compliments about armor. The ridge armor was sacred. Compliments about it were a sign of deep respect. Compliments about physical features, however, carried entirely different meanings that humans would rather avoid in diplomatic settings. Leo knew this. He truly did, but standing near her now, with the morning light reflecting off her violet skin, he panicked. Words stumbled out before he could stop them. "Your breasts are so large." The room froze. The guards stiffened. Lyra blinked once, her expression unreadable. Leo felt every part of his spirit collapse inward. His mouth went dry. His heart pounded like a malfunctioning engine. "I meant your upper armor. The ridge part, the protective section, the shining one, the..." He stopped. Nothing helped. Princess Lyra lifted her hand gently, signaling silence. Then something unexpected happened. Instead of anger or offense, her expression softened, as if she had just received a profound gift. She straightened her posture, touched the curved ridge lightly, and looked at Leo with wide, astonished eyes. "You see strength in them," she said. Leon stammered. I mean, it was a mistake." "No," she replied. "Human technician Leo, you have spoken with unfiltered honesty. Rillen tradition says only those with courageous hearts can make such direct observations before royalty." Leo blinked in confusion. One of the guards stepped forward, lowering his head in a gesture that radiated deep respect. "Princess, he may be the one the prophecy speaks of." Leo stared. "Me? Prophecy? What prophecy?" Lyra approached him even closer now, her tall figure casting a soft violet glow from the reflected light. "On Rillen, There exists a belief that a foreigner with an unguarded tongue and unclouded gaze will one day speak a forbidden truth to a daughter of the crown. That truth will reveal a turning point leading toward alliance or destruction. Leo felt very strongly that he had definitely not meant to trigger a prophecy. Princess, I swear I was just trying to compliment your armor ridge. I had no intention of anything else. Her eyes studied him, calm but filled with curiosity. Your voice trembled not with deception, but with genuine worry. The honesty in that fear shows sincerity. Such sincerity is rare among those who approach power. Leo's mind scrambled. He had never been considered heroic or important. His co-workers barely remembered his name. Yet here he was, being analyzed by an alien princess because of one accidental statement. Lyra turned toward her guards. Leave us. The guards obeyed, exiting smoothly. The doors slid shut behind them. Now Leo stood alone with her. Princess Lyra walked toward the window, gazing out at the star streaks. Human Leo, tell me honestly, when you look at me, what do you see? He hesitated. A leader. Someone calm. Someone who carries a heavy role. She tilted her head. Not what you see. What you feel. Leo gulped. I feel nervous. And I feel like I messed up so badly that I will be sent floating into space by accident. A soft sound escaped her, almost like a laugh but smoother. Our people do not discard others so easily. In our culture, unfiltered words hold power. They reveal layers even when spoken without intent. Lyra turned back to him. You saw my armor ridge. You called attention to it in a moment when your heart clouded your mind. That is the exact nature of truth which our tradition values. You, a human without training in diplomacy, offered a raw statement that pierced the veil of rehearsed formality. Leo rubbed the back of his neck. I wish my raw statements didn't involve that particular phrasing. She stepped closer until she stood within arm's reach. Human Leo, I am astonished because you confirmed something. Many in my council believed that humans viewed our armor ridges with discomfort or confusion. They feared your species would hide such reactions behind polite silence. You, however, spoke without filters. Leo raised an eyebrow. It was panic. Panic reveals truth, she said. And truth is the foundation of alliance. Leo paused, blinking. Are you saying I accidentally helped human relations with your people because I said something embarrassing? Yes. The Aurora Drift hummed around them as they stood in quiet contemplation. Lyra took a seat on a small bench and motioned for Leo to sit across from her. He hesitated but obeyed. Human Leo, she began. Rillan society values three qualities above all: strength, logic, and sincerity. Many races show the first two. Few show the third. Humans are unpredictable, chaotic, emotional. And yet, those qualities make your species uniquely honest, even when clumsy. Leo stared at his hands. I didn't mean any disrespect. You offered none, she said. You merely offered truth shaped by a moment of surprise. Leo took a breath. Does this mean you are not angry? I am not, she replied. I am intrigued. The word made him sit straighter. In a good way, I hope. In a meaningful way, she said. Then, something shifted in her tone. It grew more serious. Human Leo, I need your help. Leo blinked. My help? Yes, she said. During this journey, I have been watching your crew. I noticed that while your officers maintain discipline, many hide concerns behind strict expressions. Anxiety about the uncertain negotiations with Rillan. Worry about potential conflict. Even fear of misunderstanding our customs. Well, Leo admitted, your people are powerful, and humans tend to worry about messing up first contact events. Lyra nodded. But you, without rank or scripted dialogue, broke through that fear. You showed that a human can speak without barriers. I want you to be part of the next meeting between our delegations. As an example of authenticity. Leo almost fell out of his seat. Princess, I am a technician. I fix wires. I clean filters. I definitely do not speak for humanity. You will not speak for humanity, she said. You will simply sit beside me. Your presence alone will symbolize something important. That sincerity exists among your people. And that sincerity carries weight. Leo shook his head. I think you might be overestimating the value of my mistake. She held his gaze. Am I? He opened his mouth, then closed it. She had a point. The Rillan valued honesty differently than humans did. For them, a spontaneous comment like his showed transparency, not disrespect. And if she saw meaning in that, who was he to argue? Leo's side. If it helps build peace, I'll do it. Her expression brightened. Good. The next hours passed in preparation. Leo was given a clean uniform. Officers briefed him on how to sit, when to nod, and most importantly, when not to speak. He assured them repeatedly that he had no intention of speaking at all. When the meeting began, the large conference hall glowed with soft lights. Representatives from both species sat at a long curved table. Princess Lyra entered first, followed by Leo. Murmurs rippled through the room as the human crew noticed his unexpected presence. Lyra sat gracefully, and Leo settled one seat beside her, trying not to breathe too loudly. A Rillan counselor spoke. Princess Lyra, you have chosen a human civilian to accompany you. Is this your wish? Yes, she replied. This human has shown the sincerity we value. His presence affirms our belief that humans approach truth in ways we must learn to understand. Leo felt dozens of eyes on him. His ears grew warm. The meeting continued with discussions about trade, shared research, and cultural exchange. Whenever the converse